We're done. So that sucks. I don't know if we're still recording or not, but welcome. If this is the second video, part 2 of the Pinewood Yearbook, we're picking up right where we left off. And this is Dave and Terry, and this is an 8th grade dance. This is Pat and Becky. They got the album of Saturday Night Fever. And then my best friend Garth and his girlfriend Sonia, they came in 3rd place because they're 7th graders, and they got lollipops. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Chris won 1st place in girls singles dances, and she got a soundtrack to Saturday Night Fever as well. An R-rated movie, by the way. A hard R. So here's what I was really into. Drama. We really did a lot of drama at this school. There's Tad in the front. These are the 8th graders. I dated this girl right here, Suzanne, for a while. She's a year older. They put on Penelope, Pride of the Pickle Factory. There was our drama teacher, Mrs. Baker. The 7th graders put on Saga of Dead Dog Gulch. There's me right there in the center with the glasses and the hair and the cowboy hat, seated. I had the leading role in this play, the most lines, and it was brutal, and I stole the script. See, that was my character's name was Coffee Pot. I wonder who misspelled script. Was that Mrs. Baker? Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is property of the El Dorado School District, and I stole it in 7th grade, and I still have it. Didn't really steal it, I just never gave it back, but there's a lot of lines in here that I had to memorize, and I still remember some of them. This is a freaking musical. Look at this. Imagine 7th graders. Look at what we had to do. Anyway, maybe we'll do a Saga of Dead Dog Gulch reading. My character's name was Coffee Pot, and I had several long monologues. It was brutal. Here's more. Here's the ladies of the Beautification Society from Saga of the Dead Dog Gulch. Here's the cowboys from Saga of Dead Dog Gulch. And here are the sweet young things from Saga of the Dead Dog Gulch. Why do I keep saying the? It's just Saga of Dead Dog Gulch. Camping science. This place is in the mountains, as I mentioned before, and every class, every year, we are always learning about the outdoors and natural history, and we fully learn survival and outdoor living at this school. Everybody did this. I don't think every school does this now. I don't think any schools do this now. This girl's name is Tammy on the left. She's really cute. I really liked her. The girl on the right, Suzanne, I dated her for a while in high school. See, look. Guess who? Here's a bunch of baby pictures of everybody. I recognize a bunch of these kids. I don't think I'm in here. I'm not. None of these pictures are of me. Here's the A team. This is 8th grade football. See, look it. There's my friend Chris, who was a 7th grader, and he's the biggest kid on the 8th grade football team. Here's us, the B team. That's me on the far right. This is me right here. Boy, I thought I was tough, didn't I? And this is my friend Garth. This is Mr. Ham, our coach. He was like a giant. I know we look like little kids, but it's so weird looking back thinking about it, but it didn't feel like you were a little kid. Like we fully talked like adults and behaved in an adult way sometimes during certain situations. But this was a really good team. We won many, many, many games. Here's the cross-country team. I didn't do cross-country. There's C football. I guess this is the 5th and 6th graders or something. Here's volleyball. Only girls did volleyball at this point in school. B team volleyball. Here's varsity basketball. Once again, my friend Chris in the upper back row on the right. He's basically the biggest kid in the 8th grade. And 7th grader, bigger than all the other kids in the 8th grade. Here's our basketball team. Here's me right here. Again, looking like I have an attitude. Standing there like I have some sort of an attitude. And I can barely dribble the ball at this point. I was a terrible basketball player at this point. I mean, I could dribble the ball, but I mean, basketball was not my sport. Girls basketball. Wrestling. I did not do wrestling. The Wrestlettes. There's Suzanne again. Softball. I didn't do softball. Girls softball. Soccer. Did I do soccer? I feel like I did soccer. Where am I? I don't know why I'm not in this picture. I mean, I did soccer. Everybody else is in this picture. I did soccer. Track and field. I didn't do track and field. The marching band. I definitely didn't do the marching band. Usually I picked on kids that were in the band. Here's the yearbook committee. Here's the student secretaries. A bunch of suck-ups and cake eaters. We used to call them cake eaters. We called these type of people, we called them cake eaters in the Army as well. The reason why we called them that is because because they're the ones that get to eat the cake in the break room that's like left over. There's student council. There's the 8th graders. There's the 2nd grade. I don't know how this works. The 7th. That's not. There's a mix. Everybody's mixed in because Tad over here on the far right, I think he was the president this time. And Suzanne, the girl that I dated for a while, she was like something, a secretary or something. Anyway, at this school, it must have rotated. The way student government must have rotated and stuff. I've only got one signature in here at the back that we're going to look at. This came from my friend Chris, the kid that was super tall and was on all the varsity teams. And it really sucked because they stole our best player in football. So this is in 7th grade was my last year at this school, and I moved to the beach after this, and I went to 8th grade in Pacific Grove at the beach. So this yearbook, they mailed this yearbook to me. Like after, like I didn't get this yearbook until I was already moved away from this place. So Chris is the only person that signed this yearbook at the back. I think Garth drew a little drawing. We'll look at that next. But Chris wrote on the back of this, "Hey, Dave, hope you're having fun at your new home, meeting those new kids. I bet you can't wait to start school September 5th. We also blew up your locker. Your ex-friend, Chris. P.S. Just kidding. Ha." And then Garth wrote, "No joke, Garth." So yeah, they did blow up my locker. After I left, they did some sort of a ceremony, and they put like an M80 in my locker and blew it up so that no one else could use my locker. Legend. So this is something that we used to do in class. Garth wrote "draw the bodies," and he misspelled the word bodies, but what we would do is Garth would draw a head. Like in this particular instance, he drew the head of a baseball player. Just that head. Then he would hand the piece of paper to me, like during class, and I would draw the body to go along with the head, right? We did it so many times. I wish we had saved all of them. We had so many. Thank you very much for watching. This has been, I think, part 2 of the Pinewood Falcon yearbook of 1977 and 1978. Thank you very much for watching. Have a pleasant day and evening.